the Mike Ferry's number 7 of his 40 real estate objection handlers. And what it says is, you're too busy. I want someone who can give us the attention that we deserve. Now, you're too busy. I want somebody who will give us the attention that we deserve. So really, there's two components to this objection and or question. Part one is that you're too busy. I don't want to mess with that. See, I want to be too busy, but I'm never too busy for more business. There are agents who are doing more than 100 transactions a year. My best year as an active agent was 57. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, if you want to get a home sold, you need to find somebody who's busy. The last thing you want to do is find somebody who's not busy. I'm not going to go into it on that just because that's not really what the objection, the way that I would go about that. But the second part of this is, I want somebody who can give us the attention we deserve. Now, when you look at this statement from the consumer's point of view, what they're saying is that, you know what, Brett, you're too successful. You're selling way too many houses. I want somebody who gives me more of a personal touch. That's what I'm hearing when they say this. So let's talk about this using the ultimate rebuttal formula. So number one is, I'm going to acknowledge what they say. And the way I'm going to do is, you know what? You know, that makes sense. Okay. I'm saying that makes sense. It does make sense, right? Do you want somebody so busy that they can't actually service your listing? The last thing you want to have happen is sign the contract and disappear, you know, if you were on the consumer side. So, you know, so the way that I would respond to this is acknowledging and say, you know what? That makes complete sense. Now I'm going to make them right. In fact, you know, most homeowners I speak with, they want to make sure that they find the right agent to sell their home. Notice what I did there. I did what's called a level shift. See, their objection was, you're too busy and I want somebody who can give us the attention we deserve. And what I did is like, look, most homeowners want an agent that they want to find the right agent to sell their home. So I switched it in from, you're too busy, I want somebody who can give us the attention we deserve, to finding the right agent. Now I'm going to throw in a softener. Now, if you don't mind me asking, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when you say the attention you deserve, okay, I'm throwing that in as active listening. I want them to make sure that I'm hearing what they're saying. What kind of attention are you looking for in an agent? I mean, it's a valid question, right? If somebody is coming to you with the objection that you're too busy and I want someone who can give us the attention that we deserve, wouldn't it make sense, if you're the one who's delivering a service, that you ask them to define specifically what is it, the attention that they're seeking in the agent that they choose? It's no different than asking the question of, what are you looking for in an agent, except you're just reiterating what it is that they said, rephrasing that and saying, okay, I totally get it. In fact, most homeowners want to find the right agent to sell their home. Now, if you don't mind me asking, you know, when you say the attention that we deserve, what is it specifically that you're looking for attention-wise from an agent that you choose? And then let them answer the question. Now, most of the time I find that what they would say is, well, you know, I want somebody who's going to answer the phone when I call. I want somebody who's responsive. That's the only reason why somebody would do this. You know, when I write down my notes on this, I wrote down, well, that the rebuttal is, you know, what is it specifically, the attention that you're looking for? Well, we want someone to make sure that when we hire them, when we call them, they don't, you know, when we hire them, they don't just disappear. We want them to be available when we have questions. We don't want them to just have us sign a contract, put a sign on the yard, and then disappear to pick up a check at closing. You know, I totally get it. Now I'm just going to repeat the process, guys, you know, because now it's a new objection, right? It's no longer that they want the objection that they deserve, or excuse me, the attention that they deserve. Now they're very specific and they want somebody who answers their phone and actually is responsive. Okay, that's a whole different objection. I call it a level 2 objection. It gives you a little bit more details. Okay, you know what? I totally get it. You don't want somebody who disappears on you, right? No. In fact, I can honestly tell you that most homeowners or not most homeowners, all homeowners who sell their home do not want to list their property with somebody who's just going to disappear on them. But let me ask you this question. See, guys, I just did the whole rebuttal formula. Acknowledge, approve, throw in a softener. Now I'm going to ask the question. But let me ask you this. Now that's a softener. That's no different than actually saying, if you don't mind me asking, what I'm saying now is, but let me ask you this question. My company and I have sold a lot of homes in this area. Okay, now you're showcasing your experience without directly saying it. It's just very subtle. My company and I have sold a lot of homeowners, have sold a lot of homes in this area. And most homeowners that I work with, they want three separate things. They want to sell their home for the most money. They want to sell their home in the quickest amount of time. And the last thing is they want to sell it with the least amount of hassle. Now, do you feel the same way? Are you looking for those same things? Well, yes, Brett, I am. I totally get it. So if I could show you a plan where not only did we accomplish these three very important things, but you also felt comfortable that the level of service that I'm providing is adequate for the attention that you're looking for in an agent, would you consider listing your home with me? Now listen, look what I did on that. I acknowledged everything in that closing statement. I said, if I do this, most homeowners want to sell their home for the most money in the quickest amount of time with the least amount of hassle. And I say most homeowners because I'm throwing in the chance that one of these days I'm going to come with someone who wants to sell it in the longest amount of time for the least amount of money with the largest amount of hassle. I haven't found it yet. I've been 23 years in the business, haven't found it yet. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's going to prove me wrong. So that's why I say most homeowners. But if I can accomplish those three things and outline my service and show you my plan of action and the service to whereas you feel comfortable and confident that you get the attention you deserve while also achieving those three main objectives, would you list your home with me? And then just be quiet. The next person who talks loses. A lot of times real estate agents will ask a question and then they don't give the person the time to respond. And when it's a closing statement, you've got no matter how long it takes, when you ask a question like that, would you list your home with me? You've got to just be quiet. Zip. And that's how I would do objection number 7. You're too busy. I want someone who can give us the attention that we deserve. So that's number 7. That is going to be next Monday's role-playing objection in the objection handling group in the role-playing group. Okay, let's go into the next one.